Hi everyone, this is Phyllis, Silverkatzkrafts, and I had someone ask me to make the bow and braid bracelet on the Rainbowloom. I did it previously on the Super Crazy Loom. I'll go ahead and make it on this one for you. I'll start out with placing the one green band in the middle, and you do need to have 3 colors when you do this, so you can pick whichever 3 colors you want. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to do the outline on the outside rows first, going all the way down. I don't go all the way to the end, otherwise it makes it too wide for my wrist. So you'll see me stop right here on this second peg in the middle bar up. I won't go past that one. Sorry for the lighting. I need to get some additional light in here, but we'll work through this. And as you place your bands, if you can go ahead and kind of push them down, because we're going to have when we loop, we're going to have a band going over the top of these purple ones. I'm using some old bands, excuse me, that I have. They're not Rainbowloom, but sometimes when I make my tutorials, I'll use some of my older bands. I actually got these from Oriental Trading, and they're sort of rounded like the limited edition Rainbowloom, but not exactly, and their quality is not near as good at all. So I don't recommend going out and buying them. I just wanted to try them out. And they weren't too expensive, but that's probably because they're not really, whoops, sorry about that. They're not really that great. Alright, now I'm going to go down the center. Alright, and when I do the bow part, I do 3 bands on each side. I'm going to use black for my bow. And I think I did what I did one time before, yeah. I always do this. I always put 1 extra band on each side, and then I end up having to take it off. And when we do the looping on this first part, this is the only part that's kind of difficult because of the 3 bands on each side. And then you'll want to take and let's see here. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I went ahead and made one of these so I could show you how to attach. Because when we make the second half, you're actually using the cat band from the first half over here. So what I did was, to make this video not so long, I probably shouldn't have done it this way. I went ahead and pre-made the first half. And so there you can see the braid part of it, or chain. I can't remember if it's called bow and braid or bow and chain. And then this is just the back side of it. And what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and use green as my center of my bow, and you want to go ahead and depending on your bands, wrap 3 or 4 times around. I'm going to wrap 3, so I end up having 4 bands on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first half of this bracelet, and if you want to watch my other tutorial that I made on the Super Crazy Loom, to see that first part of it, you can. One of the things I mentioned is, so that you got it facing the right way, is the part that has this chain right here. When you get ready to attach it, it has to face down. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hook through this cat band right here, and I'm going to pull or get these bands over here on. This is hard to do through the camera, by the way. Get these bands on here. This is the center part of the bow. Okay, and then, whoops, almost did it wrong again. Let me get my hook turned around here. Okay, so now we're going to use this as the cat band. We're going to put it on this peg right here. And if you have a metal hook, you might want to use this for this particular bracelet, at least this first part of it. I'm going to go ahead and try to do this with my regular hook. Kind of just push that down in there so you can get it out of the way, because you want to be able to look down inside here, and you're going to grab these top 3 bands over here first, go inside, and you might have to pull this out a little bit so you can see when you're doing this, and grab just the top 3. Pull it up and over. Pardon my fingers there. There we go. And get these all over here. Okay, and then we're going to get the other side. I'm sorry. We just want to grab the black. Don't catch that bottom green. See if I can push that down. So one, get off of there. There we go. And if you miss one, you can go back and grab it, like I'm going to have to. Okay, that's the hard part of this whole bracelet, is that joining part. So now we're going to do this sort of looping procedure. Come on, focus, camera, let's focus. Come on. Too close. There we go, come on. Let's see, come on. Focus on my hand. This is hard. This camera is not working right. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to grab this middle row. We're going to loop it up. It's a little bit different than normal, just pulling it up once. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up and around. And we want to make sure that the bow bands are pushed down. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to loop it over here, and we're going to loop it over here. That one's probably the hardest because it feels very weird just pulling it up and then going sideways. But now we're going to do the rest of these all the way up. Basically the same way. You go inside, grab this, and you can decide which way is more comfortable for you to go, right or left first, and then loop it over. And do the same thing all the way up. This is what kind of gives it its unique design, because the purple bands will end up being pulled to the inside on one side of the bracelet. And then you'll see, of course, the green show up as the chain, and then it'll also show up as the outside colors. Oops. Well, luckily I didn't lose it. Okay. And then we're going to, let's see, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to come back down to the beginning, and we're just going to loop each side up just like a regular, I guess, triple single. This first one will be a little bit hard because of the bow. Just be careful when you're pulling your bands up here. I try to grab onto the band so I don't break or snap it. Okay, those were the hard ones. The rest of this, it goes fairly easy. Just go inside this little green band and grab the bottom purple band and go all the way up. Oops, almost did that wrong. And then this last one we're going to bring over to the center. Oh, do you see that? That band popped off. Okay, luckily I saved it. Okay, and then we're just going to take and go down through the center. I'm going to use a purple band, pull it back up here. We're going to do a slip knot. Well, not really. We're going to not slip knot. We're just going to put it on our hook here. Try to get it up here on this larger end so it doesn't slip off. And then just carefully pull this off. You can wiggle it pretty good. It shouldn't break or anything like that. Just kind of pull back as you pull up and weave it back and forth. And when I get down here, I just try to peel these bow bands up off of here. And then the cap band here. And then go ahead and kind of stretch it out. And the bow bands will go back. They'll look a lot prettier after you kind of play with them a little bit here. Get them evened out. But you can tell I did the other one earlier. It's had time to kind of relax into its shape. The other side will as well. And I think the bracelet, at least my opinion, is that it's reversible, because you can either show it with the chain or braid on one side, or if you want to wear it on the opposite side, you're just going to basically see a solid bracelet, and then you'll see your bow, and then you'll have the little bit of the design with the green. There's an extra little green thing here that kind of outlines the actual bow in the center. These purple bands look blue on camera. But then you can go ahead and clip it with your C-clip or S-clip, whichever one you use. Alright, my battery died while I was finishing up the end of my tutorial. But here is one side of the bracelet, which I believe the creator of the bracelet actually calls this the right side. I actually like the other side with the chain or the braid, but both sides are nice. So this is what it looks like. They're both very nice, actually. Thank you for watching my tutorial. Sorry that I went ahead and made half of it, but I will try to do some more tutorials, and I can try to make another one of these. I'll just do it on the newest loom, the Luminator. We'll just try it out on all of them so everybody can see. Thanks again for watching my video, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure and get these pieced together. And this will be my first video for 2015, so I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year's and best wishes, and I hope you have lots of luck and everything works out good for everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.